Welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick, and in today's video, well, I've got a few things to talk to you about. And basically, I'm back. I'm back from holiday. I got back from Vegas, I think it was Friday, and I really just wanted to touch on what I got up to in terms of trading there and what I've learned from my trip away. Now, previous to this, previous to trading, previous to all of this, I used to travel quite often, right? Before I became a father of three, I used to travel quite often, and I've been Vegas a few times before that. But this trip helped me remember who I am and what I enjoy doing. And what I enjoy doing is traveling and seeing the world and experiencing new things and so on. Okay, so it also reminded me that trading is just one aspect of things I do. It's just a tool. It's just something I enjoy doing and something I started doing. And basically, it is not the most important thing in my life. Okay? I was away from my kids. I haven't been away from them since they were born, so I missed them a lot, and I wasn't able to do my normal routine, which was great. So I got the time to relax and just reset really. And now I come back to the charts and I'm able to see the charts in a very straightforward way. To be honest, a lot of things are looking a lot simpler for me. And I did take some trades while I was away. I took one, but I was looking at two. So I'm going to walk you through the two trades I was looking at, and I'm going to walk you through why I got into them and also why it was only one I took. And really, what the trip was about for me was an opportunity to trade less. In the pursuit of becoming a profitable trader, I've picked up a lot of bad habits like over trading, over leveraging, and I've known I needed a break. Okay, I needed to reset, and this trip has helped me do that. So in my process of resetting, I reduced my trading, and I only took one trade, and I looked at two, but I only took one trade, right? So for me, someone who used to take maybe 20 scalps in a day, one trade in a week is progress. Okay, so it's something I'm looking at. I'm looking at what I do good and what I've done bad, and seeing how I can improve on that. And slowly and steadily, that's how you become a better trader. Okay, forget about statistics, forget about what other people are doing. Look at what you are doing and how it's helping you, or it's stopping you from progressing. And if it's over leveraging, you need to work on reducing the size. If it's over trading, you need to work on that. If it's revenge trading, whatever it may be, you really need to look at what you are doing as a trader and then spend some time on just focusing on improving that. And that improvement is more important than the financial gains, because if you focus on that and become a better trader, the financial gains will just come with it. Okay, so that's why we wanted to touch on today, but also I'm going to show you some of the trades I did take. So one of those trades was this pullback here, and the other was this move that I missed. Okay, so this move, which is what's currently running, I'll show you how you could have read it, how you could have got into this move, and I will show you how I took this trade as well. Okay, this pullback here. Okay, so let's start with this one here on Friday. So let's just zoom in. It's plain and simple. This is my normal setup. If you've been following the channel, we've got a trend coming this way. Yeah, it was trending from the previous day, Thursday, and it's trending on Friday. Okay, so I think I was on the train in London somewhere and I saw this trade. It took me about 5 minutes to read it, and I just jumped in and just took a quick scalp. So this is the trade here. Let's zoom in. Okay, so we are trending up, right? There's a low, there's a high, there's a higher low, yeah, here, and it creates another higher high. Comes there, more or less respecting. It did break it a little bit, more or less respecting, and then pushes up eventually. Okay, so it comes up here, it slows down, still creating higher highs, higher lows, and in the process. And here, at this point here, is the pivot. Is this pivotal point? Okay, so from here, this is the key price point. It pushes up from here, fakes like it's continuing, pulls back, flags, then breaks structure. I was in from that break of structure right there. I did not mess around at all. I was in straight away. I did not let it go down there, come back again. I was in from there, okay, because that's when I saw it. It made a lot of sense. I got in straight away and I scalped it for maybe 6 pips. I can't remember. It was a quick move. I was on the move as well, so I wasn't looking to monitor it. So I took a quick scalp and I was done. So from there, you could have been risking 12 pips, and as you can see, it's run down considerably more than 12 pips, 45 pips. Okay, so I did take it for a quick scalp, and that was me done on Friday because I wasn't looking to be in that move for long. Okay, so now that was the trade on Friday, and then the trade on the other trade I mentioned that I saw but I left. Okay, let me just show you quickly my trade history just in case there's any doubters out there. Where are we? Okay, so there was a quick scalp. Where's trade history? That was a quick scalp there. So I was in a little bit earlier. I took a quick scalp there. I did make some change from that. The value amount doesn't matter, but it was good enough for me for that day. Okay, so now that was that trade there. I then looked at there was one other trade that I looked at, and that was on GU. Okay, so I did say that EU's reversal here, that was a trade I was looking at, but if you look at GU, it's exactly the same thing. And we go over to GU and you can see where the reversal was. Okay, so that was the reversal there. Yeah, so now, as you know, and that would have been the equivalent pullback on EU. Okay, as you know, I trade a certain setup. I like to see the price coming one way, fakes like it's continued, then pull back. Now that's usually just a pullback, or it could be a trend reversal. Whatever it is, I'm fine to scalp it. And the reason I take this setup is because it's available almost daily. Now there is two other setups I talk about on this channel. One is the imbalance or a trend continuation, yeah, using order flow, and the other is a Quasimodo reversal, and that's what we have here. So I touched on it maybe a few times at the beginning of this year, and I haven't touched it since or talked about it since. But that's what this was, and I did see it. I did enter into it, but I then got out of the move, and the reason I got out of the move is because I was actually in Vegas at the time, preparing to go out, and there was no guaranteed signal like Wi-Fi connection, so I couldn't monitor the trade or anything. And I decided, you know what, I'm on holiday, and I killed the trade. So I will show you that in a second. But the entry was really good, and I did miss this move, and this move would have been what, 145 pips. So I missed 145 pips, but my holiday or my time away was more important than this 145 pip move that I missed. Why? Because there's always tomorrow, you know. I don't need to catch every single move. So let's get into this setup. Okay, now it's again, it's something I learned when I was looking at supply and demand, and the best way to view it is on a higher time frame, which is for me M30. Okay, so what we have here, it's more or less the same thing, to be honest, but it's just on a higher time frame. So what we have here is a trend. Okay, we have a trend coming down. It's very clean, and you can imagine the stop loss is all above these highs. Okay, the stop loss is all above these highs. So this is just the same move that I trade on a lower time frame, but this is just on based on a higher time frame. Okay, so we've got the same move. Okay, so we come down here, trending, creating higher lows, no, lower highs and lower lows in the process because we're trending down, right? Okay, so it then gets to the same point here, this point here, comes up here, pushes out like it's going to continue going down, then pulls up and breaks structure one time. Then it comes down again, flags, holds there, and eventually breaks a structure there. So that is essentially the same setup, and you could have entered from here. You could have entered once it broke the structure and pulled back here. You could have entered there using that as a pivot point, but in this situation, your stop loss would be underneath here. So your stop loss would be a massive 42 pip stop loss. So how could you have got a better entry? Now on the lower time frame you will see it, but here you also on the higher time frame you can see it. But a simpler way to do it which is what I was taught was to buy the left shoulder. Okay, so a Quasimodo, we have a shoulder, we have a head, and we have another shoulder. Okay, so this is an inverted Quasimodo. So if you imagine the character Quasimodo, he has a left shoulder, he has a head, and he has a right shoulder that's slightly higher than the left. This is inverted, so we've got a left shoulder here, we have the head, and we've got a right shoulder which is slightly lower than the left shoulder. Okay, so the simplest way to have done this on a higher time frame is just simply to buy the left shoulder. Okay, so when price broke structure here, it consolidated, pulled down into the left shoulder. You could have bought the left shoulder, entered there, and then look for your TP, okay, where you saw fit. Okay, so your entry based on the left shoulder, your stop loss would have been 14 pips. You could have gone 2 to 1, or you could have gone, what I've been taught is to take it to the next liquidity or take it to the next key price area. So for me, it would have been this flag. Okay, so trending down, this is a key price area, this flag here where price broke out from. There's an imbalance there, and as you can see, price did get up into there, it slowed down and it started pulling down. And I said this flag because this top of here, as you can see, was respected. Okay, so now where does price go from here? It could stay here, it could come back down, continue its downward trend, or from here try and remain bullish and then run the remaining liquidity above here and get into this last flag, this main flag, and maybe from there it's 50-50. From there we don't know. Okay, so we're going to see how it plays out this week, whether it comes down or it pushes up. But that was how you could have caught this reversal here. I mean, it's a very clean trend, as you can see, and we know people are trailing the stop losses, so there's money there. So this reversal here, that's what this move is about. It could be just to run some of it and then continues downtrend, or it's going to reverse from here and run all of it. We don't know as yet. I'm not speculating. It's not the kind of setup I do take because I tend to scalp moves. But I just wanted to show you guys this setup is available on all time frames. It just looks different, and you just need to change your mindset in terms of how to find in entries. Okay, so I think we're going to call it there and bring this video to an end. If you found it useful, you know what to do. Hit that like button. I am back to my normal routine, so I should be able to get more videos back out to you guys. When I've got the trained examples, I will be dropping a video. If I've got some things I need to discuss, you'll hear from me as well. Okay, this is Patrick signing out. Until next time, peace.